You are now watching Revs Real Talk with your host, Revenge.
Hello, my name's Revenge, and welcome to Revs Real Talk, the show where I give my opinion on basically anything. Recently, it's been revealed that 343 Industries has died and has been replaced by Halo Studios. This has happened for several reasons. One, most if not all of the old guard has been fired or jumped ship. Two, the old studio name has way too much negative press behind it. And three, the studio is marking this as a new era for Halo. They even released a video showcasing what they call Project Foundry, their way of establishing a workflow pipeline and figuring out the best way to replicate Halo's visuals and feel through Unreal Engine 5. Pierre Hintz, former project lead for the Master Chief Collection, is currently leading Halo Studios. But even with this, the rebrand and the vidoc showcasing the staff and their thoughts on the series and their dedication, do I think Halo is saved? Hell no! Inversely, do I think that Halo is doomed? Also hell no. As far as I'm concerned, this is a brand new and unproven studio. All I've seen is a bunch of dioramas made in UE5 and a video with a bunch of people saying a bunch of fancy words. You can't just expect me to form an opinion on this brand new studio based on this, when we have yet to be shown anything concrete like gameplay, let alone an announcement for a new game. And yet, all these fucking grifting YouTube content creators are jumping on the bandwagon and saying that Halo is either saved or doomed. My brother in Christ, we haven't even seen a game yet. Put your dick back in your fucking pants. Speaking of dicks, the anti-woke grifters are having a full-on panic because the chief of staff at Halo Studios is a black woman with dyed hair. Holy fuck, guys, somebody call CNN. Now, there's no denying, looking at her LinkedIn page and her other socials, that she's on the woke side. But newsflash, motherfuckers, people are allowed to have political opinions that exist outside of their fucking work. She's also a strong advocate of accessibility for disabled gamers, which I don't see as a bad thing at all. As far as Halo's concerned, none of their games really have any sort of DEI bullshit in them. Halo has always been home to a diverse cast. Hell, one of Halo's most iconic characters is a super macho gung-ho black man that knows what the ladies like. And even new additions to the cast, such as Spartan Agrina, a strong female character that's actually a strong female character and not a fucking bitch. She was rescued by Spartans during the invasion of Earth. This motivated her to join the military, rise through the ranks, and become a Spartan 4. She's a calm and caring leader that encourages her fellow Spartans. That alone makes her a far better and far more compelling character than most of the female characters written by DEI hacks. In addition to that, Halo has never really spoken about politics in its story whatsoever, aside from passing mentions of the insurrection here and there. Really, the closest we've ever gotten to Halo being woke is adding a bunch of Black Pride and LGBT Pride-themed cosmetics, and removing a police-themed nameplate from the MCC. How scandalous! Next you're going to tell me that the sky is fucking blue! In all seriousness, if something as completely optional and innocuous as pride-themed cosmetics is the end of the world for you, I'd hate to see how you'd react to actual DEI garbage like Concord, Spider-Man 2, The Last of Us Part 2, and that new Star Wars game that I can't even remember the name of because it was so forgettable, where the main female protagonist looks like a fucking puppet with a chiseled chin. We've yet to see what the new guard at Halo Studios is truly capable of, yet here we are with anti-woke grifter fuckwads acting like the sky is falling because of a black woman who isn't even the studio head. She's chief of staff, literally meaning she makes sure everything is organized and flowing properly. And people are going to say that I'm a fence sitter. Wrong. A fence sitter is someone who tries to appease both sides. I'm appeasing neither. Fuck you. And if I'm sitting on a fence, you're sitting firmly on your side's dick looking like a jackass. And before you harp on me for being way more harsh on the anti-woke doomers than the Halo Coomers, for the most part, are harmless. They just got sunken into the hype. Meanwhile, with the doomers, there's ulterior motives of a political nature. They're actively engaging in fear-mongering for a studio that has yet to prove its mettle. Jesus Christ, all we've seen is a bunch of fucking dioramas! Shut the fuck up! Now let's move on to this cocksucker. Will Waltz, former animator for 343 Industries for 13 years, when Halo Studios announced their debut, he went on social media to bitch about Pierre Hintz, claiming that the guy who literally saved MCC is creatively limiting and makes it unfun to work there. You mean he's keeping the studio grounded and preventing them from making retarded decisions that'll ruin the game? And you say that 343 had some of the best in the industry. Sure, Waltz, that's why Halos 4, 5, and Infinite are so fondly remembered. Obvious sarcasm if you couldn't tell. This whole thing reads like he's salty that he got fired and wasn't allowed to do a bunch of autistic shit that would have ruined the game. Instead of moving on, he's hopping onto his little gay soapbox, stirring up drama. Sorry, not buying it. And honestly, until we see something real, something that gets our pulse racing, like a campaign demo, multiplayer reveal, or at the very least a fucking roadmap that isn't half-assed, then there's no point in jumping to conclusions. It's all speculative, and it's all a bunch of noise. So here's my message to you content creators, journalists, and grifters trying to fuel the fire. Chill the fuck out. Wait until we've got something tangible, something worth discussing. And to the fans, myself included, don't buy into the hype just yet. Don't let these loudmouths tell you Halo's fate is already sealed one way or the other. Because in reality, the only thing that's certain right now, the jury's still out. But that concludes today's video. This is Revenge, and I hope to hear from you soon.
This concludes today's episode of Rev's Real Talk. If you liked it, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord server so you never miss a video, and be sure to check out Rev's music and merch stores, all of which will be linked in the description below.